And they're off for the Temps Network Open National Hunt Flat Race, 2 miles and half a furlong. And up there early is Springwell Bay alongside Campden Lad. Also prominent is He's Behind You, Paige Fuller out wide, a little bit keen. In behind is Barest of Margins with a yellow cap. Then up on the rail is Sister Michael, Max Kendrick. Grey with the yellow star is Urban Grit, who's a little bit wider of Heron Creek. Held up towards the back, Zestful Hope out wide in the light blue, white and red colours. Harptree Hill, nose-banded runner, yellow cap right by the rail. The other nose-banded runner is the rank outsider here, Song Dance. Lee Edwards, who won our previous race, rides the outsider here in the finale. So as they make their way around the turn, and it's Campden Lad and Connor Brace that holds the advantage. To in second place, Springwell Bay. Highly promising first run at Punchestown. First start for Jonjo O'Neill today. And then out wider, we have He's Behind You. He's certainly been keen through the first part of the race. Then in behind in the black sleeves, Barest of Margins. Up by the rail is Sister Michael. Then slightly wider, Urban Grit and Aidan Coleman, followed through by Heron Creek. Then up by the rail with the red sleeves, Harptree Hill, Sam Twiston Davis. Out wider is Zestful Hope and Gavin Sheehan. The back marker remains Song Dance, but they're pretty well grouped as they head down the home straight for the first time. And just about in front still is Campden Lad, although very much to the fore here, Springwell Bay is only about a neck down. He's Behind You, runs slightly wider. Sister Michael is tucked up by the rail. Then we have Barest of Margins and Sean Bowen, with Urban Grit out wider in 6th place. Heron Creek follows them through with Harptree Hill on the rail, out slightly wider, Zestful Hope, and the back marker is the nose-banded Song Dance, as they now take a right-hander and race out onto their final circuit. So Campden Lad in front by half a length. To in second place is Springwell Bay. Out slightly wider, He's Behind You. Tucked in behind, right by the rail, Sister Michael. Tracking stable companion Campden Lad. Out wider is Barest of Margins. Then a little bit wider, Urban Grit. Ran encouragingly at Huntingdon on debut, being pursued by Heron Creek. Still a tightly grouped field with out wider Zestful Hope. Right up by the rail, just nudged along Harptree Hill. And also nudged along Song Dance, but in touch as they race down the back straight for the final time. So Campden Lad in front still by 3 parts of a length. To in second place, Springwell Bay. Then out wider, He's Behind You. Tucked in behind is Barest of Margins, and right up on the rail is Sister Michael. Tucked in behind that is Heron Creek, with out wider Urban Grit in the grey and yellow colours, who's a little bit wider on the course. Widest of all is Zestful Hope. Then in behind, pushed along now, Harptree Hill, getting more vigorous in the saddle, is Sam Twiston Davis. Song Dance is dropping away off the back of them. So heading towards the final 5.5 furlongs. And it's Springwell Bay without wider, He's Behind You. Campden Lad still has that rail, tracked through by Barest of Margins. Heron Creek is there. Oh, just stumbling, and Zestful Hope has gone down on the bend there with Gavin Sheehan. So Zestful Hope is out of the race as they start to make their swing towards home. So Campden Lad is in front still, from in second place, Springwell Bay. And then in behind, in third, Barest of Margins. Heron Creek has made good headway. He's Behind You. Urban Grit comes next. Sister Michael now has lost its position, has been pushed along into the straight. Springwell Bay being held together, still travels powerfully upside Campden Lad. Heron Creek trying to follow Springwell Bay, who's now moved into the lead. Barest of Margins, Urban Grit trying to get going, but moving very nicely. Springwell Bay heading towards the final quarter miles, quickly on 6 lengths clear. So Springwell Bay has sprinted clear. Urban Grit and Barest of Margins, Campden Lad and Heron Creek, they're well off this leader as they make their way towards the final furlong. It's Springwell Bay, 10 lengths in front, and look behind by Jonjo O'Neill Jr. It's going to be a winning comeback ride for him today. Well clear by about 12 lengths. From in second place, Campden Lad, who's keeping on well in second from Urban Grit, but this is very impressive. Springwell Bay for Jonjo O'Neill Jr., who's back with a winner, and Springwell Bay looks a very, very nice prospect. In second place is Campden Lad. Then in third position was Urban Grit, Barest of Margins, and Heron Creek.
Tell me about that race. You didn't have to use many muscles in that race, did you? It must have been a thrill, wasn't it, Jonjo?
Yeah, no, it's brilliant for Gay Smith and Derek and Paul as well. They've got a few nice horses in the yard, and it's great to have a nice one. This one he looked good today. I'm not sure how good a bumper it was, but you know, he did give me a really nice feel up the home straight, so he couldn't have done it more impressively.
And what's the feeling of him? You know, the Gay-Smith colours we associate with real good horses like Blackjack, Ketchum, etc. What's the feeling of that the horse, does he do it so readily at home? I'm sure he does.
Yeah, like he's not necessarily a morning glory at home, but none of them ones are really any good on the track. So he just does everything nicely without being flashy. And you know, yeah, Gay and Derek and Paul got stuck in with us in the spring, and they bought a few nice ones. So hopefully there's a few more to come out, but this was one of the first ones, so really happy with it.
When was the last time you were in a horse on a bumper and it felt like you were pressing a turbo button? Because you seem to really inject pace there. When was the last time you felt like that?
Yeah, it's been a little while anyway. It's hard to compare horses. He's a goer. He's a good traveller. He'll definitely get further than 2 miles. I suppose he looked good enough there to chance her arm in a nicer bumper, and might keep him till hurdling next season, but speak to Dad and Paul and Derek and Gay and see what they want to do with him.